Hey, T guys. I just wanted to let you guys know that there's something I've been noticing with a lot of the targeted individuals that I try to talk to and help. And that's that you guys are doing the program's job for them. And I know this is a very hard thing to get used to doing, but you guys got to do it. This program sensitizes you right out of the gate on purpose. Within the first few months, first year, you guys are just bombarded with all of this sensory overload, all this feeling of being, watched, followed, attacked. They use colors, they use sounds, images, all these other things to sensitize you. And then what ends up happening is, as time goes on, you start reacting and responding to all the stimuli constantly. So that means, like, every single time you see a cop car, they're there for you. Every time you see an electrical truck, they're there to fuck with your house. Every time the mailman walks by, or you have kids running across back and forth your house, you're constantly reacting to every red car that passes you by. We know that we're surrounded by these stupid shitheads all the time, but not every single thing you encounter is directed towards you. For instance, when you're driving down the street and you're headed somewhere, and you see cops on the side of the road. I just watched this the other day. The instant frantic response is, oh my God, they're here for me because they knew I was going to be here. Well, what you miss is the fact that there's two cars off the side of the road that just got a collision that have nothing to do with you. You guys have got to slow down and start putting this stuff into perspective. Otherwise, you're going to drive yourself insane. And that's what they're counting on. That's what they want. They want to use less resources to target you and do twice the damage. And you're participating in your own torture when you do that. So, you got to stop doing that. The other thing that I've noticed, and that was actually pointed out to me by another target, was she was asking me, like, when I'm walking around, she's like, what are you looking at? I'm looking at everything. She's like, well, what's the look on your face? And I said, the look on my face? She said, yeah, you look like you're, focused or irritated. I'm not irritated. I said, look at the way that I'm standing and look at the way that you're standing. When you walk around with your shoulders forward, slumped down, tucked in, eyes to the ground, you are a target and a victim all fucking day. And I'm not going to let them do that to me. So, I spent the first few months of my targeting kind of like that, like, what the fuck? No, when you walk around, put your shoulders back, man. Like, talk with your chest. Act like you're built for eye contact, because I am. I'll look at you. I'll smile at you. Now, there's a way to walk in authority without being overly aggressive. And I will be honest, there are times where I have to, like, kind of check myself when they're getting under my skin, and I got to back it up and kind of center myself, talk to homeboy up there for a minute, and just woosah some shit. Like, and I admit I need to do that and back up a little bit. But every time I'm out in public and every time I encounter, whether they're a gang stalker, whether they're a fed, whether they're just some asshole, or just, some kids running around with their mom and dad that, happen to be wearing red hoodies that day because the Chiefs were playing, Like, I can't sit there and clump every single interaction into that one, oh my God, they're there for me. So, I smile at everybody. I talk to everybody. You can ask people that I'm around and they're like, you don't give a fuck, do you? I'm like, no, I don't. Because the reality is if they're part of this program, then I can stand in my authority, I can stand in my God-given right, and I can use my gifts, and I can speak and project with my voice, and I can make eye contact with you. You want to know why? Because I've got nothing to hide, and I'm not out here trying to, torture and enslave and harm other people that I don't even know. I'm not controlled by the mechanisms of this program at all. So yeah, I absolutely can stand there and stand my ground and speak my voice and speak my truth, and you guys need to as well. Stand up, put your shoulders back, make eye contact, and walk like you own this shit, because you do. You do. These satanic little pedo freaking rap bastard